Again, just looking down on today's walk, which will be Borth High Street. We'll be walking right along that from left to right, and you can see where we're going to start, the Nisa just on the bottom left. And welcome back to Third Rate Content. Today we're back in West Wales, Ceredigion to be precise. I've nailed that one now, I think you'll agree, in Borth. And we're going to be starting once again, well, we're here once again at the Nisa, just at the corner of the Bow Street Road, and the road up does lead to Aberystwyth eventually. I can't remember the actual road name, and leads to Clarick Bay, which we featured a couple of times on this channel. But today we're going to once again have a walk through the high street of Borth and see if there's been any changes from last year when we were here at the end of February 2022, and see if there's anything we missed on our initial walkthrough. So buckle up and I'll see you out here. Just here on the side of Nisa is this kind of abstract take on Borth. So you can see the sea, white ships, the streets. You know, it's like a top-down map basically, just abstract form. So it's Saturday the 25th of March 2023 as we make our way up the high street here in Borth. We're going to have a little, well, a full walkthrough. I think we're going to go on the beach a bit more in today's walk than we did in the 2022 walk, and lovely view up there, and see if there's any changes and I can find any and recall any third-rate anecdotes along the way. I might have one or two. Yeah, that's the Nisa on the corner. I think it's open from 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. Fairly limited at opening hours. And you've got the Sands Bistro. I've eaten there, it's very nice. Only open to 3 p.m. today though, 9 a.m. till 3 p.m. Pretty limited opening hours still here in 2023. And it's actually been limited opening hours since the COVID times in 2020, and it just doesn't seem to have recovered. Staffing may be an issue. It's a gift, ice cream kiosk right next to Sands, and you know, it's a bit of an institution for Borth really. And it's also got the smallest smallest garden centre in Wales, I think, if it's still here. Gnomes. Garden centre, yeah. Oh, it's shut. It's no longer a garden centre. We did do a short on that several years ago. Yeah, these are big houses, £1 million houses, I'd say. And yeah, that's the one that did have, or has still got, a helipad in the back garden. But I haven't seen the guy coming into land for a while. Yeah, because I've been coming to Borth on and off for about 10 years. My grandmother currently, and auntie, currently have a really nice caravan. It's a static caravan. On just up the road at Bryn Owen. So yeah, me and the family get to come down here pretty much as much, kindly of them. They allow us to come down as much as we want, and it's great. But I don't get out to do as many videos as I'd like while I'm down here, because obviously it's family time, and obviously other things do come up when you're on family duty. But it's really beautiful to get out and have a walk. And every Saturday we come early season, it seems to be beautiful weather. The sun is out, and yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, you do wonder what happened here with these empty plots sometimes. I mean, I don't know if there ever was a house there, but but there isn't now. Don't know the story behind some of these empty plots. But Borth is basically, except for the upper Borth, which we did cover last year, and a very small amount that just goes up towards Bow Street. Borth is really just a street, and a street built on a shingle bank basically, and it breaks up the sea on one side and the salt marsh in the other. So the population isn't huge, and like I say, it's just one street. And the odd cul-de-sac. Yeah, this old Methodist chapel did feature. I know we did one video last year in 2023, and we said we were going to do more. Still like to do more, just haven't got round to it. But this was a key filming location in series 1 of Hinterland. I think it played the part of a junkyard as opposed to a Methodist chapel, and the interior was used quite a bit. And actually, the guy who owns it actually was an extra in the program. Yeah, I actually met the guy in the railway a few years ago, and he was talking about it actually, and he said he got paid for doing it, but he said they had to do, because it was in Welsh and English they shot it, so they had to do it. The filming was a bit more laborious, and he said he would have made more money if he just remained open to, in his normal line of business. Yeah, if anybody remembers my previous Borth videos, we've done the monument a couple of times. The William Hope Hodgson Memorial, First World War, Second World War Memorial, up on the hilltop, just up there. I was looking for his former house in Borth, which was known as Lissywood. Yeah, that's L-I-S-S-I-E Wood, named after William Hope Hodgson's sister, Lissy. But I've been up and down the street here in Borth quite a few times, and I've been looking for it for years, and I've never found it. So I'm wondering if one of the empty plots was Lissywood, or perhaps it was a house that's just changed its name over the years. That's the thumbnail of the 2022 video. Yeah, it's like a Viking longbow house. Yeah, one of Borth's premier eating establishments, the Borth Tandoori. Where's its food hygiene rating? It's got a 3. Although a relative of mine has dined there, cash only I think, but they said it was very, very good. So, feel free to give it a try. Tell us what you think. It's a really good chip shop. The Acorn. Yeah, we're just gonna use one of these cut-throughs straight onto the beach. And we did count 7 of them when we were here last time, I think. And the beach is pretty pebbly until the tide goes out here at Borth, except up at the headland, there's quite a bit of sand. Yeah, that is the William Hope Hodgson Memorial. And if anyone does know where Lissywood was, the former home of William Hope Hodgson and his mother and sister, if you could tell us, it would be very much appreciated by third-rate content and all our viewers. Yeah, that one looks like it's expecting an attack at any moment. Alamo-ish. Of course, with the sea so close by, it could be besieged. Hopefully not in summer though, which we're coming up to very soon. Well, in a few months. Yeah, this is the back those very artistic houses. Very nice. Yeah, the beach. On days like today, there's hardly any wind here on Borth Beach, and it's idyllic. Yeah, this sort of wood, the timber breakwater is like a sort of highway on this very large boulder, much bigger than pebbles, aren't they? You know what I mean? Look at that. But yeah, it's like a highway through it, but it's coming to an end. Highway down the beach. You have to go back on the actual beach, which is large pebbles, as I said before. Yeah, so we went onto the beach just about there, and we brought this alley back onto the main street, and it's just brought us out opposite the Railway Inn, one of the two pubs of Borth. Yeah, the Railway Inn. It's a really good community style pub here in Borth. I use it quite a lot when I'm here, and it's good locally used pub, lounge bar, and it's also got a nice dining area, and I've been for Sunday dinner there a couple of times. It's very good, but do book in advance. Would I be wrong to say this house is gaily painted in the, you know, the old tradition of saying gaily? Wow, that phone box, it's caked in seagull guava, but it is actually still working, I think. Yeah, it definitely is still working. Amazing. Oh, cheers, mate. This local here has just told me it's emergency calls only.
Emergency calls only then.
Thank you very much. No cheers, worries. Buddy. Thank you. Tyrrell House, that is beautiful. Again, quite gaily painted. And I'm not preaching hate, I'm just saying it. I just like saying the old version of the word. This is big positive news. When we were here last time, there was like a burger van here. I think they were raising funds to help with this house that had caught fire badly about 2 years ago. And last time we were here, it didn't have a roof, but it's been replaced now, and that is great, fantastic news for Borth. Nice. You do get dolphins just off Borth sometimes. Of these traditional fishermen's cottages. And this one's very traditional. Oh, wow, look how old that door looks. Rust is a big issue though when you're so close to the sea. Just some great houses. This building is a holiday let, and I have actually stayed there some considerable years ago. Yeah, and I love the frontage on this old stationers. Wow. Yeah, it just shows you how narrow Borth is. You can see the, I think that's the community gardens just by the church that we visited last year. I'll leave a link to everything we talk about today in the description box of today's video. Yeah, I know what happened to this plot though. It was a sort of, I don't know if you call it a town hall or it was like a sort of music hall, Borth sort of entertainment building. It was very old, Victorian I think, but it burnt down I think sometime in the late 1990s or somewhere around there, and it's just been a vacant plot since then. Yeah, this guy's been here for years. He used to have a price tag on him, but I mean, just buying him is one thing, but getting him out here is just another thing altogether. It's massive, must weigh half a ton. This gallery's new. I guess it's local artists. And then the craft cabin. This has been here years. In fact, the guy who owns the house I was just saying I stayed at actually owns the craft cabin. Yeah, this is Borth's boutique cinema, and it's a restaurant as well, I believe. I've not actually dined there or been to the cinema. I would like to, but I just never had time. But it's nice to have that in Borth, that option. But I hardly ever go to the pictures at home. Again, not that I don't want to, I just never get time. Love that rusted angel just there. It's fantastic. I prefer that than the Woodman, to be honest, by a lot. But then again, who asked me to compare? If you've got an opinion, please comment. Borth did have 3 pubs rather than the 2 it's got now, and one of them, oh look at the church, it took us ages to find that. One of them was the Friendship, but as you can see, it's a pub no longer. It's shut at the start of COVID, and it never opened again. It's a shame. It was a nice quirky pub. R.I.P. Friendship. Yeah, and in the gents in the Friendship, there was loads of graffiti on the wall. Looked like it had been there years and been added to over the years. But one of my favourite 1970s and up to the present day space rock bands, Hawkwind, were commemorated by a really, what I thought was a terrible joke, but it said, "Hawkwind? ? No, I've had a chicken tandoori. LOL." And the Victoria. That pub, this pub, has a really nice beer garden that actually backs onto the beach. So have a quick look and I'll tell you a third-rate anecdote that I've got about here. Yeah, as you can see, beach right behind me. It's not up too high. This place is great, but if the wind is up high, it's not too great, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's lovely, and it's got the terrace on top as well. But my third-rate anecdote was I was in here about 10 years ago, and it was end of summer, dark, about 8:30 at night. I was just having a roll up. I do have the old fag, and I was just having a roll up just about here, and I just looked. There was only one other chap out here, and I just looked over there, and standing about there was a guy smoking a roll up, 60 odd I'd say at the time. I looked up and I thought, that is Robert Plant, the singer of Led Zeppelin. And I knew that because I actually had seen him one other time in Shrewsbury walking through. And I'm quite good with my music and that sort of thing. And it was Robert Plant. And he sort of gave me a real look like I was going to come at him or something. I don't know if you thought I was going to come up for an autograph. But the funny thing is, I'm good with music and I do know a lot of general knowledge about it. But I'm not particularly a fan of Led Zeppelin. I never have been, or Robert Plant. I don't hate him, it's just something I'm not keen on. But I know who he is. So I wouldn't have gone up to him anyway. In fact, I did what I exactly did, is carry on my fag and think, oh, that's mad, there's Robert Plant. And then leave it, because I don't want to bother with a famous person when they're on their holiday, and especially a famous person that I'm ambivalent towards. So yeah, that's my Robert Plant story. Yeah, because I've learned since that incident that RP has got a house round here, and Led Zeppelin did record one of their albums very, very near to this area, just sort of that way. Yeah, and I learned that afterwards. Yeah, I'm more of a Black Sabbath guy. Yeah, that Rusted Angel did used to be here at one point. Yeah, they do very nice breakfasts here. Yeah, I keep saying I did watch Excalibur the other week. I got it on DVD for the first time, and that was the movie that launched the career of Patrick Stewart. And here he is now. Yeah, you get your dresses made to measure here. It's just like it's 1944. Yeah, that's quite an interesting little lean-to there between the two buildings or plots. I've never noticed that before. Is that turquoise or am I colourblind? Please comment. Yeah, we didn't show it on the film, I don't think, but that is the way we came back from the church last year. On the video, there's like a little footpath that just goes around the back there. There is a pedestrian crossing over the railway. I've got to have a look what's down this little shut or ginnel. Nothing probably. Lock up. Oh wow, it was worth coming down here. Bunch of cottages. Wow. Well, I did not know this was here. Tucked away like that. Wonderful. What a little nugget, another little cottage. Traditional cottage. Who'd have known? Well, you do now. Yeah, just down here, Borth train station. Showed it on the filming locations for Hinterland last year. Short video we did. Again, I'll leave a link to it on the description box for this video. Yeah, I love those columned sort of details on the bay windows. Sort of a Llandudno feel to these buildings. However, the colours are very much controlled in Llandudno. You would not get this or this or that, but I think it works here. Yeah, I think we'll just go and have a look on the platform. It is one of the most fantastic and beautiful vistas you're going to see off any station platform in the British Isles, I think. As you can see there, view of the corner of this street. You can actually see the bus stop just on the corner. Yeah, we will come and visit the museum here in summer. I said I was going to do that last year, and here we are in spring of 2023 and we still haven't done it, but we've got every intention. Yeah, because filming locations of Hinterland, I would like to continue that somewhat, and there's some prime shots in that museum, so hopefully we'll get to it this year. I say this bus shelter is pretty sheltered from the wind. Yeah, I think this sort of monument is in tribute to the lost civilization or lost island in the Irish Sea, which is a bit like Atlantis, because they say if there was an Atlantis, it was in the middle of the Atlantic. So this is a different myth or an offshoot of Atlantis. And that's it for third rate content today. I'll walk through Borth on Saturday the 25th of March 2023. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If I don't see you soon, I'll see you 3 times as soon. And don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and please comment. I do love a good comment. So if I don't see you soon, like I said, I'll see you 3 times as soon. Bye bye.
You know where the coastal shells are found. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. I do like to be beside the sea. I do like to be upon the top